All right. And also, I'm going to mute everyone just in case you have some noise coming over the mic and your face shows up instead of mine. So I'm muting everyone right now. All right. Okay. So on to our backs. So just sprawl out. Oh, I'm just so curious who came in. Karen. Okay. Karen, we're doing hips and lower back focus tonight. So just sprawl out. You know what Shavasana is all about, right? Passive. Just open your body up. Take up some space. Get your chin down into your chest and then sink back into the back of your skull. Make sure your arms are far enough from your body where you really feel the shoulders let go. Feel the upper back release. Yeah, feel where the heels are touching the floor. Drop more deeply into your heels, into the tops of your hands. Soften your palms and your fingertips. Let's do a little pranayama here, moving that energy around. So focusing on the belly. Just get inside, observe the belly rising and falling as you breathe. Yeah, begin to feel the mind release as well as the body. All right, as if your head is moving on its own, really slowly, right to left, rolling the skull to one side, and then very slowly to the other. This is slow motion style. Yeah, feel the weight of your skull. Feel that point where your skull touches your mat. And then, of course, if you find a sweet spot that's a little tight, just stay there and take a few breaths there. And then side to side again. Soften your eyeballs, let them fall deeply into their sockets. So we're just clearing the body before we start moving it in the different poses, right? Next time your head comes to neutral, to center, stop there, sink it into the mat some more, rearrange your arms if you need to, shoulders should be relaxed. Feel your wing bones, your scapula. Soften the muscles around them. Feel them drop, feel them relax. Now as you breathe, feel the entire top torso lift and lower with your breath. Chest and belly. All right, take your legs in closer, make them parallel, hip distance apart or possibly a little closer. Keep your hands where they are in a nice T position, chin to the chest, drop back into the skull. Flex both heels until you feel the calf muscles stretch. Do it some more, pick up those toes, get them toward the shins. Okay, now drop your navel down toward your spine. Come on and use those abdominals. Now press into the calves. Feel all that energy from the belly down. Yeah, hold it. Release it. Turn your palms down, facing the floor. Keep your arms in the same position. Chin to the chest. Keep that back of the neck nice and relaxed. Now press into your palms and into your arms, even those upper arms. Now draw your navel down actively, and press down into the upper back. Try to keep the neck as relaxed as possible. All that energy right there at the top of your body. Release it slowly. Flip the palms up again. Bend your right knee up toward your chest. Bring your arms up to the ceiling. Palms are facing each other. Rearrange that head. Get it centered with the chin toward the chest. Take your hands together. Intertwine your fingers. Drop your palms down into your right shin. Bend your elbows. Yeah. Come on, get that right hip open. Don't let this energy move into the neck or the jaw. Keep it low. Now, I want you to feel that deep crease at the bottom of your thigh, at the top of your thigh, excuse me, and the bottom of your torso. Make it deeper. Now, squeeze your elbows into your body. Use those biceps, use those triceps. Take your chin to your chest. Hold it here. An active stretch. Flex your left heel. Lift that leg off the ground just a little bit. Look up at the ceiling. I want you to take your face and your chest straight up to the ceiling. Straight up. Yeah. Now look down toward your right toes. Now release your head. Bring it down to the ground. Straighten that right leg. Okay, we're working on the right hip. And clasp behind the calf. Bend your elbows to the sides. Here we go. That space between your knee and your right hip. So open. Now you get to really stretch out those hamstrings. Feel them. Breathe into them. I want you to feel your belly pressing into your right thigh here as you breathe. Flex your left heel. Get it up off the ground. And lift your face up again. Bend your elbows some more. Take that shin closer to your forehead. Left heel comes down, head comes down, and bend that knee. Right arm comes out to the side in a T pose. Left hand takes the side of your right thigh or right knee, gently draws it to your left side. We're starting to rotate your spine. Oh yeah, we're getting the right lower back, Shelly, right here for you. Soften into the wing bones. Stay here, enjoy the stretch. All right, I want you to look inside at your skeleton. Notice where your head and shoulders are. They're still facing the ceiling, right? Notice where your hips are. You've turned your pelvis to the left. So your spine has twisted. Your entire torso is twisted now. I want you to breathe so deeply that you feel your belly inflate and deflate here. Notice the nice stretch across the right pec muscle into the right shoulder. So good for the shoulder joint. Listen up. Release your left hand, T position, both arms. Lift the right knee a little bit. Straighten your right leg. Flex your right heel. Draw your navel back. Little circles right here. There's the hip. Right hip. Rotating. Okay. Your femur is making little rotations within your hip joint. All right. And all those soft tissues are working, including your muscles, to make this happen. Feel that. Stop the rotation. Change the direction. Rotate again. Nice. Press through that heel. Keep the leg really long. Stop the rotation. Bend the knee. Take it up to the ceiling. Again, feel the lower back make contact with your mat again. Chin to the chest. Okay, straighten your spine as much as you can. Grab a hold of the shin again. Take that knee up into your chest. Release that leg. All right, arms in a T pose. Left leg comes up, bend the left knee, take it to the chest, arms come up, palms toward each other, intertwine your fingers, drop your palms into your shins. Elbows to the sides. Here's where you use your upper arm muscles. Press that left thigh into your left torso. Feel the crease. Bottom of the torso, top of the thigh. It's deep. We're starting to open the left hip now. Squeeze the elbows into your body. Push the shoulders away from your ears. Slide your chin toward your chest. An active stretch, right? You're using those upper arm muscles big time to open up the hip. The hip is a huge joint. You need to use some muscles, some, activity to open them here. Descending colon here, right? Lower belly. Breathe. Push that lower belly into the thigh. Straighten that leg. Flex the heel. Now listen, those of you who can't straighten the leg, no big deal if you need to bend the knee. Clasp behind the leg, bring that leg closer to you, bringing that thigh, into your torso or close to it. There's that space you made again for the hamstrings. Feel them. They give a lot of good feedback. Just feel them. That's all. Now send your breath to them. Feel it from the hip to the knee. All right. Release the left arm into a T-pose. Remember, the palm is up. Bend the left knee. Swing that right arm over. Take a hold of the side of that leg. Gently and slowly turn. Okay? Let your body get used to the turn. The slower you go, the deeper it will be. You'll have more range of motion. Here we are to the side. Now remember, you're at home here, so you can tuck a pillow under that knee if you need to. Now I want you to soften around the right wing bone. And now I want you to soften around the left wing bone and let the left shoulder drop. Feel the left chest, pec muscle open up here. See your skeleton turned to the other side now, twisted to the right side. Lower back, hip, pec, spine. Now, add the movement of your belly into this pose. Make it dynamic. Add that breath, the movement of your belly. Notice how, when you exhale with your out breath, the relaxation deepens, and maybe the left knee drops even closer to the floor, maybe a millimeter, maybe that's all, but a millimeter you will feel. Nice lower back release. All right, I'm gonna have to switch positions because we're gonna straighten that left leg and okay. Yeah, okay. Let me lead you through this, sorry. Okay, release the right arm into a T-pose, palm is up. Straighten the left leg with a flexed heel. You're gonna feel that all the way up into the hip, even right now. Draw your navel back for stability and core. Little circles with the heel. They don't have to be big. Notice the movement in the hip. So the femur head, the top of your thigh bone is moving in its home, the hip. And all those little muscles, all that soft tissue in that area is also getting just the benefits of this movement. Reverse. Try to stay controlled. All right, stop the movement, flex the heel some more, bend the knee, take it back to center. Oh, feel the lower back release. Straighten out that left leg. All right, spine, get it straight. Okay, coming back to neutral, everyone. Chin to the chest. So when you twist side to side, everything can get kind of wonky. So we want to get it straight again. Close your eyes, check it out. Okay, from the inside Observe where your skull is. Go down the spine. So the spine starts at the base of your skull, the top of your neck, little curve there. Okay, now between the scapula, the wing bones, upper back, soften. Keep moving down the spine. Now we've got the curve of the lower back, and I want you to soften across the pelvis. Just be aware of the spine here. All right, both knees, bring them into your chest. Give yourself a big hug, squeeze and press those thighs down into your belly. All right, so since we're down here, we might as well do core while we're at it. Okay, swinging the arms up to the ceiling, palms are facing each other, intertwine. There's that little basket, see your palms right there? Scoop that basket under your skull, nestle the base of your skull into that basket, widen up those elbows. Pull your navel down toward your spine, excuse me. Okay, separate the knees a bit until they're over the hips for reverse tabletop. Now, flex both heels. Look straight up at the ceiling, lift your head and upper back off the ground. Remember, you're looking at the ceiling. Feel those upper abs ignite. Nice, nice, nice. Let's pulse right here. Remember, the exhale is when there's the most effort. So this is going to be when you lift. Now listen, when you exhale deeply, you really relax more into this and you work the muscles you're supposed to work, right? If you hold your breath, tension tends to come into the shoulders, the neck, the jaw, all those places that tend to hold it. Keep it lifted, keep it lifted. Straighten both legs away from you, flex the heels. Okay, turn the feet out and give yourself a little scissor kick. Bring them up. Now listen, you can bring to the head to the ground if this is too much. Now bring them back down. Like I said, head to the ground if this is too much. If you put your head to the ground, you just use the upper abdominals a little bit less. Here when we come low, look at the lower abdominals igniting. Keep it here, keep it here. Now, if your lower back is bothering you, bring those legs up a little higher. Pull your navel down. Pull it down. That's going to help you. And bring it back up. Bend both knees. Reverse tabletop again. Okay, send the legs out. Bring them in and take the chest toward the thighs. Hold it here. Hold, hold, hold. Open it up again. Squeeze. Open. Where's the exhale? Right here when you squeeze. Open. All right, let it out. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Take the feet together, knees out to the side, bound angle pose. Okay, lift the face a little bit more. Those of you who have your head on the ground, those of you who don't, forget it. All right, now hold it here. Listen, keep your legs in this position. Keep your feet glued together here. Slowly take your feet toward the ground, but don't touch the ground. Hover over the ground. Open your knees, squeeze your feet together. There's the glutes, there's the inner thighs. Feel them. Pull the navel down. Nice. Straighten the legs, lift them up. Bound angle pose again. Slowly bring them down. This is slow, everyone. Hold it here, just above the ground or as close as you can get. Open the knees. Push the feet together. Yeah, that's it. Feel it. Straighten the legs, bring them up. Head to the ground. Reverse tabletop again. Lower back, just for you, Shelley. Get the arms up. Make fists. Bring the fists together. Let them drop down between your knees, a little lower than the knees, okay? Want to be below the knee joints. Stay flexed. Now, press your legs into the fists. Pull your navel down. Hold this, getting the SI joints here. Release. Take the tops of your palms to the tops of your thighs. Push your shoulders away from your ears, chin to the chest. Flex your feet a lot. Listen up. Pull your navel down. Now, press your thighs into your hands into your thighs. Isometric. Lower back. Do you feel it? Also abdominals. Oh, yeah. Come on. 5. You can do it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release those knees to the chest. Soften it all up. Soften your spine, your belly. Arms out in a T pose. Glue the legs together. We're going to go side to side. Now listen, don't let the legs fall into the ground. You just keep them as close to the ground as you can when you're on the side, and then slowly come up again. Okay. A twist again, right? Twisting the spine, lower back. All right, nice, nice, nice. Bring it back to center. Cross your ankles, grab under your thighs with your hands, kick your feet up to the ceiling, come up, don't let your feet touch the ground. Pull your navel back, lift your chest, squeeze your elbows in, kick up again. Now, those of you who don't like this, just get into tabletop because that's where we're going. And you can do some cats and cows. For those of you who are doing this, this is abdominal. And everyone, come into table pose. All right. So, all of you know that table pose is such a beautiful pose for transitioning into other poses like cat and cow, like down dog. But remember, it is a pose in and of itself. So get those fingers spread apart. Middle finger, if you drew up to the top of your mat, is making a T. I want you to press into both hands and take that energy from the earth into your mat, into your hands, all the way up into your upper arm muscles. If you're not feeling it, you're not pressing into your mat deeply enough. Now, keep the neck soft. Just be aware of the energy in the upper arms. Nice. Look back at your knees. Make sure they're dropped directly under your hips. Now look between your hands again. So neck is in alignment with the rest of the spine. Pull your navel up. All right. Let's cat and cow. So bend the elbows back a bit. Lift your hips. Drop your udders. And take your head straight up to the ceiling. Don't pull the back of your head back towards your upper back. It's an upward movement. We want to save the neck here. Really release those abdominals. Now, close your eyes. Take your awareness to the tip of your tailbone. Round your tailbone toward the earth. Feel your belly tuck up. Now take the tip of your tailbone up towards your belly and round your back. Keep pressing into the hands. Feel your head drop between your biceps. Gently turn it to the right and to the left. So concentrate on really feeling the weight of your skull bone and the release in your neck muscles. Bring it back to center. Drop your belly. Lift your tail. Send your heart between your biceps. Press into both hands. Here we go. Cow pose. Now another cat. And now back to table. Left knee comes in about an inch or two. Right leg pushes back, straighten it up. Flex that heel, lift the belly, press into both hands, even here. Now, begin to pulse that right heel to the ceiling. Keep that right leg long. Keep the right heel flexed. This is slow. This is slow. This is controlled. Hold it here. Bend the knee. Press the heel up to the ceiling and pulse there. See, we're just getting the glutes from another angle. Right? Different muscle group there. Lift it a little higher. Swing that knee out to the side, fire hydrant pose. Now listen up. That right knee, press it towards your right shoulder and back again. We're just working around the glutes here, everyone. Keep your belly pulled up. Keep pressing into the hands so you don't collapse into the shoulders. You want to keep your shoulders nice and open and strong. All right, now thigh to thigh, lift. See, even more glutes to explore here. Lift and lower. Nice and controlled, full movements. Use your entire range of motion. All right, send that right leg back where you started. Flex the heel. Listen up. Swing that left leg all the way over to the left side. It's still up in the air. Drop those toes down behind you into the ground. Okay, so I'm not going to look back there, but you know, kind of like left corner of your mat, more or less. Now, push forward with the palms. They're stuck into your mat, but do a forward push. And then your toes are going to slide back. Right? And look what's happening. You've got this left hip underneath you. So you've got access to opening the left hip. Now, soften the elbows, drop your weight into your left leg or close to it. Now drop your head and just breathe here. Keep that right leg straight. Keep the toes pressed into the ground. Feel your belly move. Soften the back of your neck by letting your head drop some more. Now I want you to drop inside of that left hip and feel it. Listen up. Lift the torso, press into the toes. Slide those toes forward, swing that leg back where we started. Take that right knee into the ground. You know what? Let's do this. Come into table pose. Let's just kind of release here. Curl your toes, pull up your navel, curl your back, your lower back, in other words, your tail, curl it under just a little bit, and just send your hips back here. We're just going to open up a bit. Just a slow one. Oh, I know what we can do. We can do it right here. We can do toes pose. Let's throw it in. Bring your hands toward your knees. Remember, we did this last week. Lift your knees. Take your fingertips to the side of you. Make your feet in a tippy toe. Go on your tippy toes and get those heels as high as they can go. Okay? Some of you are going to feel this in the soles of your feet. Some of you are going to feel it in the tops. Some of you are going to feel it in both. Now, if you want to bring balance into this, it's going to be hard for me. You know I have bad feet, but take your hands to the tops of your thighs. You could even take your hands in a mudra position. And then once you get reestablished, push those heels up some more. Press into the toes. Nice. Come on back down. Take your hands forward. All right, we're back here. Right knee comes in a little bit off center. Left leg pushes back. Check out your form, everyone. Make sure the wrists are directly under the shoulders. Flex your left heel. Bring it up toward the ceiling. Lift your belly as well. All right, so if you're using core and you're using the strength of your entire body here, it's really going to feel almost like that left leg is being lifted on its own. Now, pulse it. Keep the flex in the heel. And I want you to get into those glutes and feel this. Yeah, it's deep. It's rich. Nice, nice. Feel it. And then we just kind of move things around. We bend the knee, press the heel up to the ceiling. Little pulses there. Keep awareness in the hands, really press them deeply into the mat. That sends the energy up, keeps the shoulders We don't want to dump into the shoulders, right? We don't want to dump our weight into the shoulders. All right, keep it lifted. Take the knee to the side. Lift the inner thigh. Press into the hands. Here we go. Knee to shoulder. It's a little move. Lateral glutes, feel them. Breathe, don't hold your breath. Stop it, lift it a little higher, thigh to thigh, fire hydrants. So, rather than look toward the front of your mat, if you look straight down between your hands, the neck will feel happier. Keep your belly lifted while you do this. Keep it lifted, send the left leg straight back, lift it a little higher. Okay, listen up. Swing that left leg, keep it up in the air, all the way to the right, as far over as you can. Drop the toes down to the ground. Now, push the hands forward as you draw your right hip toward the left corner of your mat. Here it comes, right hip, feel it? There it is, it's all for you. Drop and fold over that thigh. Now listen, make sure that left leg is still straight. You're pushing into those toes, but I want you to soften across your upper back, excuse me. And if you're real low, if you can get real low in this, you can even take your forehead into the mat. Breath awareness, where is it? Make it part of the pose. Notice how the movement of the belly with the breath changes the sensation in the hip. Just look at that. Press your palms into the mat, feel it. Lift your hips up, swing that leg back, bring it back down. And find table pose again. Feel your hips. Oh gosh, they're so open now. Spread those fingers out some more. Press them into the mat. Open up the shoulders. Speaking of shoulders, let's open them. Thread the needle. Right arm comes up. Right hand comes behind the left wrist. Remember that right hand is facing up. Drop down into this. It's awkward. It's definitely awkward. But then you just kind of start sinking into that right shoulder. To me, this is like pigeon pose for the shoulder. Those of you who want to level up, you can take the left arm to the ceiling, catch raindrops. Or give yourself a bind. But once you do that stuff with your left arm, get back into that right shoulder. That's what this pose is all about. Try to stay inside. Try not to space out of your body. Now you can notice where the breath is within this pose. Moves the pose slightly. Really drop into it. Really. Look at how you get to open all those muscles up in the right upper back with this. And left palm into the ground. If it's not there, you see it right in front of your face. Push into it and lift up. Come back in table. All I want you to do is close your eyes and notice the right shoulder versus the left shoulder. See what you've done? Left arm comes up. Thread it to the other side. Gently drop into that shoulder. Let the head fall. Rearrange that right arm wherever feels good. You know, just because you went down there doesn't mean you can keep it there, or you need to. And then right arm can come up for those of you who want to level up, or give yourself a bind. So it's passive. It's releasing into this. You put your body in the shape and you relax into it. Inhale pulls you up toward the ceiling a little bit. Exhale drops you more deeply into that shoulder. Feel that. Right palm into the ground in front of your face. Press into it to lift your body. Both shoulders, feel that. Okay, moving into dolphin pose, elbows to the sides of your mat. Intertwined fingers and make a little hole between your hands. Look down, see that little hole? Lift your navel, take the crown of your head into that little hole, and this is the important part. Press into the arms. Press into the arms. You're going to feel that run up into the upper arms and the shoulders. That's what you want. So the head barely touching the hands. Press into the hands, the arms, the elbows. Those of you who want to go into the full dolphin, bring your knees a little closer, curl your toes, straighten your legs. Now listen, if you're here, you got to press into the arms even more. Press into them, lift the belly. You can even walk your feet a little closer. Keep that belly lifted. Keep pressing into those arms. Drop the knees if they're off the mat. And push the hips back, straighten the arms, come into a nice child's pose here. Spread your fingers, press them into the mat. Lift your torso up, back into a table pose. You might need to take the knees apart a little bit. Ready to come up? Curl your toes, lift your hips, down dog. All right. All right. You know what to do. Push it back, lift it up. That's what it's all about. Get it away from the wrists. Lift the hips toward the ceiling. Hey, let's do this. Come onto your tippy toes. Push back some more by pressing forward into the hands. Drop your heels slowly. Nice. Bend your right knee. Press your left heel back and open up those left calf muscles. Other side. Straighten the right, bend the left, press back. Keep the hips lifted. Keep the belly lifting up toward the ceiling. Okay, straighten both legs. Left foot comes in, right foot lifts up, three-legged dog. Press your chest back toward your left thigh. Lift that right leg a little more. Little more. Nice. Turn your hips to the right. Lift the ankle toward the ceiling and pulse here. Now listen, because you're turned in this position, you've got more pressure on the left arm. So push into that left hand a lot. Push your mat away from you. Keeps the shoulder nice and open. Lift the leg a little higher, bend the knee, let the heel fall back. You really have to press into that left hand, everyone. Now you can circle the foot if you want to get the ankle here. Reverse. Straighten that leg. Rotate your hips so they're facing the mat. Look up to that space between your hands. That's where your right foot is going to go. Lunge pose. Check out your architecture. Right knee is over your right ankle. That's critical. Now, shimmy the left toes back. Get as much space as you can. Here we go. Squeeze the left butt cheek. Squeeze it. More, more, more. Keep that. Now press the left heel back. Feel it run up and down the back of your left leg. Take your left hand close to your right foot. Pick up your belly. Reach out with the right arm.
Push back with the left heel. Those are the two opposing movements. Forward with the right hand, back with the left heel. Nice. Turn your belly button towards your right inner thigh. Lift your right arm. Those of you who want more, take that arm back and twist some more. Those of you who want even more, you can give yourself a bind. If you're giving yourself a bind, feel the top of that hand into your side body. Use it to twist some more. Release the bind. Everyone, bring the right hand forward next to the foot. Okay, get everything squared off again so that the hips are level. All right, drop the left knee. Take the top of the left foot into the mat. Feel it. Walk your fingertips back, lift your torso. We're going to get the left hip flexor. Press your hips forward here. Breathe into that hip flexor. Now, feel the bottom of your right foot. Feel the sole of your right foot. Drive it deeply into your mat. Feel the right thigh respond. Nice. Press the hips forward some more. Now, push into that right foot and slowly straighten the right leg. Hips automatically come back. Hands walk back with the hips. Right toes are up toward the ceiling. There's the back of the right leg. Feel it? Push it down towards your mat. Open it up. Now listen, get your hands in a position where your shoulders are nice and comfy. Fingertips are facing forward. Bend the elbows back. Come down over that leg a little more. You're just going to get a lot more opening. Now, don't worry about keeping the back straight. I want you to round it and drop your forehead towards your shin and just feel the back of that right leg. How nice is that? Feel how that runs all the way up to the right hip. All right, let's come forward again. Walk it forward. Take that right foot into the mat. Curl your left toes. Lift your left knee. Look back at your left foot. You're going to turn it to the side and bring it a bit forward. So get your foundation for Warrior One. Come up to Warrior One. Once you get up there, make sure your hips are facing forward. And if that means you need to rearrange that back foot, go ahead and do it. All right, lift up, lift up. Keep the torso light. Sit more deeply. Feel this. Your legs are your base. Hands come in Namaste Mudra. Bring them to your heart. Keep the elbows lifted. Fingers are spread apart. Press into your hands. Drop your shoulders. Lift the base of your skull. Yeah. Chest, shoulders. Sit a little deeper. Press into the outer edge of your back foot. Nice. Soften up the palms. Soften the shoulders. Draw your navel back. Turn to the right. Bring it forward. Turn to the right again. Bring it forward. Lift both arms. And got to turn here. Okay. Right arm comes forward. Bring the top of that hand into the right inner thigh. Push them into one another. Draw your navel back. Squeeze your left butt cheek. It's a big fist. Squeeze it up. Send that energy down your back leg into the outer edge of your left foot. Now lift that left arm. Feel the rib cage. Oh, we're going to throw in a little neck release. Bend the elbow. Left hand comes to the right side of the head. Soften the left shoulder and the right. So we're getting a little soft on that right side now. Now take your head to the left. Just to open up the right side of the neck here. And release. Left arm comes up. Press into the right hand again. Right thigh. So thigh into the hand. Lift. Now take that arm back. Torso comes with it. Right knee stays put. Left palm to the ground. Release the right. Warrior two. Soften those shoulders. Spread out. Sorry, you guys, my clock just stopped. Okay. Yes, we're in warrior two. Soften the shoulders. Remember, this is warrior pose. This is strong, okay? Look at your right knee. Make sure it's over your right ankle. There's a tendency for it to migrate toward the center of your mat. Keep it put. So your right thigh is working here. Sit a little deeper. Soften those shoulders. Draw your navel back. Now, the heart is at the center, okay? Energy is shooting from the heart down the right arm and the left arm. Spread them out. Spread them out. Shoulders stay relaxed. Just spread it out. Feel that? Feel that? Rotate the right palm to the ceiling. Sweep it up and over. Here we go. Reverse warrior. Oh, yeah. Right rib cage is open. All those intercostal muscles. Listen. Lift the right rib cage just another little tiny bit more toward the ceiling. Press down into both feet. Feel your foundation here. Back to warrior two. All right, soften those shoulders. Press into the feet. All right, now look at your drishti over your middle finger, right? It's a soft, easy focus. Take your heart out to your drishti as you move the finger out. Drop the right arm to the inside of the right leg. Press them into one another. Turn your torso. Lift your left arm. Okay? Keep the left armpit nice and open and the left shoulder slightly pulled back so you don't roll it forward. Those of you who like to bind, you can bind this up. Those of you who do a full bind, you can straighten that front leg and drop your head. Bend the knee again, release the bind, come back up to warrior two. Right foot, turn it to the side of your mat. We're looking at a nice deep base here for inversion. Okay, remember everyone, you want to hinge from your hips. I want to show you this. All right. Hinging from the hips is hinging right from here. Most people hinge from the waist. Okay, you want to keep the waist just as long as it is when you're standing. So here we go. Inversion, everyone. So remember, feet are facing forward or toed in to protect the knees. When you come down, inversion of your choice, you can grab the backs of your ankles. You can bring your palms into the ground. All right, traction time for the spine. Let the weight of your skull go. This is going to open the top of your spine, your neck. It's passive, totally passive stuff. Release your jaw. Now listen, lift your navel just a little bit and see if you can't come down just a half inch. Now release the head again. Press into the outer edges of both feet. Don't pronate the feet, keep arches. Palms are under your head into the floor. Straighten both arms and lift your belly. Wide dog time, so walk forward with your paws. Okay, establish into both hands, press into them. Drop your head between your biceps, press back. Now you can soften your elbows. So a lot of people like this because there's not as much pressure on the wrists as there is in a down dog. But you still get that nice inversion and opening in the legs. Glide forward. Stop when your shoulders are over your wrists. Lift your belly. Walk your hands back. Turn your right foot out toward the front of your mat again, left foot about 45 degrees. All right, now we're going to move into pigeon pose. So walk that foot to the edge of your mat, right foot to the left side of your mat, drop your right knee toward the right side of your mat, send your left leg straight back. Okay. Level the hips before you come down. So notice if you're dropped into the right hip or the left hip. And if you are, lift that up to make it level to the other, and then just slowly come down. Just slowly. Again, it's another one like thread the needle where we're just dropping the weight on a joint. And this time it's the right hip. Now, if you're doing this on your back, supine pigeon pose, remember you want your left knee bent over your left hip, right ankle over the top of your left thigh, grab under your left thigh, draw toward you, chin to the chest. If you're facing the earth here, soften those wing bones, let them fall apart. That's going to give you more weight. All right, where's your belly? Find it, watch it move. Oh, yeah, soften the back of your head and your neck. And lift out of this. Swing your left leg forward, right sole of the foot comes into the left inner thigh. Okay, everyone, look down. You can see your femur right through your thigh. It's coming straight out from your hip. That's important. Flex your left foot. Fingertips come forward. Now, just hinge forward a little bit, keeping that back nice and straight like a yardstick. Now, scooch the left heel and the left sitting bone back from this position, and then slowly come over. Okay, slowly, really slowly. Keep the right knee as close to the ground as you can. Access to the right lower back area right here. Now, just fold into this. Don't worry about keeping a straight back. I just want you to surrender to this. Okay, where's the breath? Where's the belly? Right? The breath is just such a beautiful part of the pose. It keeps it alive and dynamic. So even though I'd be looking at you from the outside thinking that you're not moving, you know that you're moving gently within this. And slowly lift up. Take that right knee up. Okay. Intertwine your fingers over your shin. Scooch that right heel as close to your right butt cheek as you can. Get the elbows out to the sides. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Pick up from the crown of the head. Now, squeeze the elbows into your body and press your front torso forward. Do you feel the back up and down the spine? Drop your shoulders. Nice. Keep this as it is. Release your left arm. Wrap it around that leg. Okay? Lift the right arm. Feel the right rib cage. Turn your belly button to the right. Drop the right fingertips into the ground behind you. Give yourself a nice spinal twist here. Keep the right shoulder, right elbow soft. Bring it back to center, release. Okay. Well, let's just go back into table. And then let's curl the toes and lift it up, down dog. All right, we've got another side to do. Right foot comes in, left foot up this time, three-legged dog. Soften those shoulders, press the chest back, flex the left heel, drop the right heel. Oh, feel that opening. Lift the leg a little more, turn the hips to the left. Now you got to press into the right hand some more. Keep that shoulder nice and open. Lift the left ankle toward the ceiling and pulse it. Slow and controlled, belly's pulled back. Nice, lift it a little higher, bend the knee, let the foot drop back a little bit. You've twisted your pelvis here. Get the foot nice and heavy, now circle it. Keep pressing into that right hand. Reverse. Do you notice how if you didn't press into your right hand, you dump weight into the right shoulder? Okay, so that's how people end up with shoulder injuries. So you press into the hand and push it away, and that shoulder opens up, and then it actually gets some nice toning. Straighten the left leg, turn your hips toward the mat. Gently look forward between your hands. Left foot comes up there. Okay, shimmy the right toes back. Left knee is over the left ankle, everyone. Get that right leg back enough so that you can squeeze your right butt cheek. Squeeze it. Keep that. Now press back with the right heel. Press it back. So the entire back of the right leg is nice and open. Right hand comes close to the left foot. Reach out with the left arm. Press back with the right heel. Pull up the navel. Turn your navel to the inner thigh. That's going to turn your whole torso. Lift that arm up to the ceiling. Those of you who want more, take it back toward your leg. And then you can even give yourself a bind and twist some more. Release that arm, bring it forward next to the hand, or next to the foot, excuse me. Okay, hips are facing forward again. All right, drop the right knee, top of the right foot comes into the mat. Walk your fingertips back as you lift your torso, and you press your hips forward to get the right hamstring, the right hip flexor. Yeah, that's a tough one to get. Now, I want you to feel your left foot pressing deeply into your mat. Okay, that travels all the way up to your left thigh. Keep that energy. Just simply straighten that leg. Let the hips draw back. Let your hands walk back with it. Take your toes off the mat. Press into the heel and the back of that leg. Keep your hands far enough back where the shoulders are relaxed, because now we want to hinge the shoulder, or excuse me, hinge the elbow straight back. And then we drop down over that leg just to give a little more. And then if you want, you can soften everything and drop your forehead. So at a certain point, you keep the back straight, but then if you really want to drop even more, so you just forget about that and soften down into it. Don't worry about a curved back. Step it forward, walk your hands forward, curl those back toes, lift that back knee, look back at that foot, take it forward a bit and out about 45 degrees. Okay, there's your base. Come on up, warrior one. I want you to feel your base. I want you to feel especially the back leg. The one in the back tends not to get the attention. Turn your palms forward, cactus arms. Pull your elbows back, keep your shoulders down, press your chest forward. Listen up. Open those palms up by opening the fingers up. Feel the shiny palms. Bring the elbows back. Feel how that cracks open your heart center. And now lift your heart, up to the ceiling. Right, keeping the spine nice and curved, little back bend here. Back to warrior one. Left arm comes forward, the left top of the hand comes into the inner thigh. Lift up with the arm. Yeah, here's where we did the neck. Bend the elbow, take the side of the head. Now, listen, don't push the left hand into the inner thigh as much as usual, because I want you to soften the left shoulder as well. Now the right shoulder. Now, right ear toward the right shoulder. Now you get the side of the neck. Unlock your jaw, soften your eyeballs. And release, straightening the head, lifting the arm. Bringing the arm back, keeping that left knee put, releasing the front arm, palms down. Turning the left palm up, softening that right arm, letting it fall right off the shoulder here. Left arm comes up, there's the left rib cage. Lift it to the ceiling. Back to warrior two. Find your drishti. Soften your shoulders. Press more deeply into the feet. Listen to this, it's subtle. Pull your inner thighs together toward one another, like you're just pressing them toward one another. Feel what that does? Yeah. Now, from the heart, draw the right and the left hand away, right? So draw away from center, chin down. Rotate that left palm, there it is. Oh, we did that already. What the heck, let's do it again. Just another reverse warrior. Back to warrior two, here we go. Back on track. Reach out toward the drishti. Feel the left thigh work. You want to work it some more? Press into the left foot. Ah, how nice is that? Now press into the back foot, outer edge of it. There's the back leg. Nice. Drop that arm to the inner thigh. Lift the right arm, opening your torso. Armpit is nice and open. Arm is pulled back slightly, so you're not rolling your torso toward the ground. Binders, you can bind that top arm. Deep binders, you can take both arms. Now straighten the left leg if you're in a deep bind and you want to just play a little bit. Release that. Release everything to warrior two. Both arms come up, warrior one. Sweep forward. We're going for pigeon pose, everyone. All right, walk that foot to the side, knee to the other side. Okay, level the hips. Send the right leg way back. And then come on over slowly. Be aware of the hips being level to the ground. Let the wing bones fall apart. All right, find the movement of your belly. Connect with your breath. And slowly coming out of this, swinging your right leg forward, left foot into your inner thigh. Check out that right leg, make sure it's coming straight out from the hip, perpendicular, fingertips forward. So lifting the heart slightly, keeping the back nice and straight. It's like a yardstick coming forward, just a little. Now scooch, right heel, right sitting bone back. Okay, so now you've already dropped into this. Drop in some more. Press that left thigh toward the ground, keeping it open, keeping the left lower back nice and spacious. Okay, now you surrender. You just melt into it. You don't worry about things being straight or, you know, how deep you are. You just let it go. Feeling this, breathing with it. Slowly coming out. All right. So taking it back into table and taking the feet about hip distance apart, straightening the legs, coming down, forward fold, fold up that body, grabbing the backs of your ankles, softening up. Knees can be bent, no big deal. In fact, if you bend your knees, you'll have better access to the lower back. Okay? Because sometimes tight hamstrings get in the way. All right, bend the knees, ready to waterfall? Remember, with a waterfall, we're sitting back like we're doing a little chair as we come down. Swing the arms back, bring that water up. Inhale, open the mouth, exhale, sit in the chair. Inhale up. Okay, it's a detox breath, everyone. So really push it out. We're going to do 3 more. And with this last one, just stay down there, just dangle. Knees are bent. Let's throw a gorilla pose in here. Palms up, under the feet. Press those toes into your feet. Bend the elbows, drop your head. Knees are bent for this. Oh, you've got your entire spine rounded over your bent legs. Feel that. Now release the skull. Now soften the elbows some more. Now really feel your next inhale and exhale. Oh, nice. Release your hands. Press into the soles of both feet. We're going to slowly roll up. Let those arms just drape from your shoulders. Coming up into Tadasana, mountain pose. So take your shoulders up toward your ears. Take them back and tuck those wing bones low and deep into your back body. Close your eyes if you're able to. If not, look for a drishti. Arms up and overhead. Namaste Mudra, stretching your entire body. Bring the mudra down to your heart. Pressing your thumbs, sorry if I'm smushing the mic, into your chest. Drop your elbows and forehead to the fingertips. All right, let's get down. We have to do a little bit before Shavasana. I know we're running a little out of, I may go about 5 minutes late today, everyone, which is not bad for me. All right, hopefully everyone can stay. We'll just do this. We'll just do Cobra. Well, of course, first crocodile. So restore. Palms are stacked. Forehead is on the top. Feet are toed in. Legs, hip distance or closer. Now I want you to let everything go here. All right, preparing for Cobra. Palms, chest level. Head is slightly lifted, but you're looking straight down at the mat. That neck is going to stay long and nice the whole way through, never pulling back on the head. Feet are toed in. Get the legs a little closer than hip distance. Okay, take those elbows in close to your body. Now push them down towards your feet. Now lift your pubic bone off your mat. Roll it up towards your belly button. Feel the lower back open. Gently let it come back down. Here we go. Peeling your front body off your mat slowly. Pressing into your hands as little as possible. You want to recruit the back muscles here. So full cobra is not very high up, but some people like to back bend, pushing into the hands, using those arm muscles just to get a little back bend in here. Now, when you come back down from cobra and you feel your body meet the mat, take the weight out of the hands as soon as you can. Maybe you can even take them off the mat. Kiss your forehead to the mat. There's one. Come up for a second if you want to. If you don't, turn your head to the side. Wait for us. Those of you who like to laterally twist, look over one shoulder, pull it back. That's only if it feels okay on your lower back, everyone. And then the other. And again, back down just as slowly as you got up. Take it out of the hands. Forehead to the mat. And then turn your head to one side. Release your arms to the side of your body. Elbows bent, palms up. You can spread your feet apart a little more. Slow motion, really slow motion. Turn your head to the other side. Bringing your head back to center, palms chest level, push it up into a table pose. Lift your belly, curl your tail, push back slowly. This is a slow, luxurious one. You're warmed up. Okay, remember, it's for the spine. That's what you're putting your spine in the position that it was in when you were a fetus, when you were inside of your mother. This is just all about softening the spine and getting super comfy. So when you roll into it, move those arms in a position where you don't even notice them. Take some good deep breaths there. All right, and if you are staying for Shavasana, roll it over into Shavasana pose. Okay, so we started practice tonight in Shavasana. Okay, so we're really kind of coming full circle here. All right. So how about you just open everything up, let everything go, and just get into your breath. Okay, let's do an equal count inhale, equal count exhale. So don't control your breath at all. Let the breath breathe you. Just count how long a nice inhale is for you. Hold that at the top for 2 seconds, and then exhale that same count. And then roll right back into an inhale at the same count. 2 seconds, stop. Exhale, same count. And we all know that the mind wanders. Okay, that's the nature of the mind. So just gently, like you're taking a child's hand and taking them back on the path. Just gently take your thoughts, your mind back to your breath. And just notice that when you're with your breath, your mind and body naturally relax. Because when you're with your breath, you're in the here and the now, you're within this moment. Now take your awareness to your heart center. Just notice how it feels there. Okay, look for the places that are warm and let that grow. Let that spread into your entire body, filling you up. Notice the feeling of your inner peace. And in tonight's Shavasana practice, if you'd like to place an intention, a prayer, a sankalpa within it, just form that seed now. Take it to your heart. Give it some warmth, give it some breath, give it some life, some prana. Fertilize it. Feel it begin to grow even now. And with your next exhale, release it. And go back to your body, breathing. And slowly beginning your transition. Okay, always taking it slow. Okay, so there's a different balance now in your nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system has been toned. That's a relaxation response. The sympathetic, the fight, flight part of your nervous system is kind of, receded. Just feel that, appreciate that. So take it really nice and slow in your transition. Maybe moving a finger, a toe, maybe not moving at all, maybe even a full body stretch, whatever you feel like. And then roll it slowly to your right side, knees tucked up toward your chest, head resting on your bicep.
And then slowly make your way to seated pose. Coming into easy pose here. Close your eyes, drop inside again. And just look for what you've created, that inner peace. It's always there, right? You just kind of dusted away the other stuff. And bringing your arms out to the sides, palms up, lifting your heart, lifting your arms, Namaste Mudra overhead. Feel your palms come together, soften them, bring them to your heart. Namaste. All right, not bad. I did only go 5 minutes over. Hey, Mary. Okay, everyone. Yes, it's Thursday. No, it's Tuesday. I was gonna say have a good weekend. Have a great week. And Mary, where's your puppy? I can't hear you. You're muted. Okay. Bye, everyone. See you next week. See you, Mary.